Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do something super useful for all of us who work with databases. We are going to learn how to install NoCo database and Postgres in this simple way. If you don't know what they are, don't worry, I will explain you it quickly. What is NoCo database? Imagine that you have a database full of important information, but the interface to view and manage is complicated and unintuitive. That's where NoCo database come in. It's an open source tool that converts your database into a small spreadsheet. It is putting visual layer on top of your database, similar to a table or Google Sheets. But with the power of your own database, you will be able to create views, forms, galleries, and much more without having to write a single line of code. What is Postgres? Now, to use NoCoDB, we need a database, and we are going to use Postgres for several reasons. It's robust, reliable, and one of the most popular in the world. It is like the engine of our car. While NoCoDB is the dashboard and the seats, Postgres is what makes everything work. Now, let's work. We need to open a terminal because in this case we are going to install Postgres. In this case, I execute the following commands, install the libraries. One of the commands are executed. After that, we need to install the Postgres and Postgres client. Once the Postgres is installed, we need to validate the version. In this case, we are going to use the Postgres user, going to PSQL, and here we can see that the last version is 17.6. Great. Now, the next step is to install the Postgres SQL 17 pgvector. It's installed. Here we need to enable the extension. The output is create extension, and we need to see what extension we have at this moment installed in Postgres. We can see in this case that we have Postgres procedural language, and also we have installed vector data type and the other things. Perfect. Now it is time to install NoCoDB. We are going to, in the URL, github.com NoCoDB. There exist different ways to install NoCoDB. In my case, I need to install Linux x64. I will copy the following command. I suggest to use, in this case, to create a folder for NoCoDB. Go inside of the NoCoDB, copy and paste the command. After that, we need to add sudo, because in this case, we need to do executable this command. Now here we can see the URL that we can visit NoCoDB. I will go to Firefox, open this URL, and here I have the access to NoCoDB, like superadmin or house superadmin. Okay, it's fine at this moment. However, what is the point of this? NoCoDB is using SQLite 3, but in this case we need to configure with Postgres. Now it's time to configure NoCoDB to use Postgres. The first step is to log in with Postgres and create the database NoCoDB. Here we can see the list. NoCoDB is already created. Here we can see. After that, I need to create a new file, .env. Here, I need to configure the following line, this Postgres, the IP address, in this case we can see the port, the user, the password, and the database. When it's already done, I need to start NocoDB. Here, it's creating all the files and all the things. In this case, we need to see what is inside of Postgres. Here, we can see that all the tables has already created by NocoDB. Excellent. Now it is time to connect to NocoDB. Go to the same URL. This example, I create my email. I need to set a password. And now I am inside of NocoDB. In this case, I will skip the configuration. And here we can see that we have access to NocoDB. For example, in this case, I can create a new table. For example, here is example table. I can assign a new column. For example, in this case is IDX. Here is a single line, and I can add data. In just a few minutes, we managed to install a robust database, an incredible tool to manage it. Now, you can start creating your projects, whether they are for organizing your personal life or even a small business. The possibilities are endless. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to give a like to this video and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.